Where's my 40 at, man?
Duval County, 904 in this bitch, huh? Put your hands up. Yeah. You feel that bass? Turn it up. It's that dirty South punk rock. Dirty South. Dirty South. Yeah. Throw it up. Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Duval. You could get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Hey. Or you could get stomped in the club for a dub that I start. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Fuck that, fuck that. DJ Dirty Ski. When I reach for the herb, nigga, what's the word? Bitch, what's the word? Nigga better recognize real G's down the ride. Dirty South, I'm a record till I die. And I ain't even gotta tell her what my name is. I just walk right in like I'm famous. Get out the way, bitch. I'm heading straight to the VIP where I'ma drink everything for free. Damn right. You can get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Hey. Or you can get stomped in the club for a dub that I start. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat, bread. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat. Y'all motherfuckers don't want no problems, nigga. Whole wheat bread, bitch, Southside Duval County. It's that dirty South punk rock shit. Y'all gonna have to try extra hard to get up in this punk shit now, nigga. Y'all niggas don't want no problems, nigga. Shut up. Back the fuck up. Hey, hello, people out there. Actually, I'll put myself full screen. That'll be good. Wow. Here I am. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Please like the stream. I'll be doing a solo stream here for at least an hour, live for all of you wonderful people. And also, I'll be doing my Patreon private show tonight. Basically, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm going to offer access to my Patreon private show to all patrons $1 and up tonight. Just one, and tonight's my mega show. My mega. All right, we're back. We're back. We are back now. Refresh. Do whatever you need to do. And also, when this happens, it usually, if you have auto resolution on, you have to go into your quality settings and set it back to 1080. If you'd be so happy. If you would be so kind. Also, please like the stream. Like the stream. Hopefully everyone will come back in. I hate when that shit happens. Woo! All right, man. I'll tell you what. I've been streaming day by day, like nonstop. It's pretty amazing. I forgot. I don't know if you guys heard it. I'm going to stream for at least an hour here.
Then I'm going over to Vimeo to do my private show. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I had no time to do it last month, so it's a double private show. I'm going to try to go like 4 or 5 hours solo. I mean, I have a bunch of content that you can only really play on Vimeo. And all of you, if you don't normally have the cash, I'm lowering tonight's private show to all patrons $1 or above. So if you go to patreon.com/benpie, link down below, and sign up for $1, you're going to get tonight's show too. The link is already up and everything if you want to come hang out with everybody. I'm sure the people that normally pay $5 won't really mind because it'll be fun to have more people in there, and maybe you'll get hooked and stay and become a $5 patron next month. Maybe not, maybe so, maybe not. But anyway, that's what I have planned. So yeah, the nonstop streaming has been pretty nonstop, and I don't have a day off until Friday. Friday is the only day where I won't have to stream anything. But I also have other stuff I need to do. It never ends. Like I always have to do something. Like there's never a day where there's nothing related to business or work to do. You know, if it's not actually streaming, it's social media stuff, or maybe it's working on new ideas, editing. There's also like accounting and that kind of wonderful shit. Get out Monty? Monty is no longer here. I hope he made it home. Oh, there you are. Okay. I was like, Monty's not here anymore. Did he get lost on his way home? Monty's having flashbacks? Was it those psychedelic burgers that we ate? Those burgers are so good, they're like psychedelic burgers. The Vimeo app still does the no audio glitch. Well, what it does is you can hear it live, but then the VOD has no audio in the app. But when I re-upload it, it fixes it. It was the sushi. Yeah, Monty, like, I got him high before we ate sushi, and he spilled a cup of soy sauce in my lap and broke a beer bottle all over the floor. But it was all right. And, you know, I mean, I still had a good time. It was still fun. Monty the Messy. I think we ate Dick's Burgers like, I don't know, 4 times. Dick's Burgers is the ultimate drunk food because they're open late at night when you're normally really drunk. And it's just like, you know, it's a little burger. Like their big burger is like the size of like a McDonald's double cheeseburger. Like the size of it. But the taste is totally different. For a moment there, I wanted to rewatch episode 1000 and try to, you know, clip the best moments. I just do not have the time. Editing is one of the most time-consuming things ever. It reminds me of when I used to record music because it's very time-consuming. You have to, like, keep replaying something and finding the perfect cut, and maybe you need to, you know, lower the volume or raise it. Maybe you need to, I mean, there's so many, it's so involved, and it all involves time, like musical time or video time. And there's really no quick way to do, I mean, you can get better at doing it more quickly, but there's no like shortcuts normally. Lots of fun times though. Got to meet Vosh. You know, I always wanted to meet Vosh in person and get him here live on the show. Now my next goal with Vosh is to not be wasted the next time I meet him, because both times I met him I was wasted. Like the first time I met him, it was in public at a bar, and I had already been drinking like a lot that day. And then he came here, and I had already been drinking for a few hours here. So that's, you got to have goals, people. It's good to have goals. Everyone post your goals in the chat. What's your goal? Do you have a goal? Joe came in at 30 minutes before the end. Yeah, you know, I remember that vaguely, but I heard he said some naughty words, so that's bad. Yeah, Monty met him outside of the Unicorn because he couldn't get in. He got mad at the door guy there. They tried to get Vosh to do a shot, and he just drank like a little bit of it. Was like, nope, and put it back down. I don't think he's a big drinker. He like tried it and was just kind of like, nope, I don't like it. I'll puke. I think it was a tequila shot. To crush my... Wow, there's so many awesome goals. To get past Pluto, you're not... How long does it take at the fastest speed humans can travel? Because, like, the Jupiter probe that went out past Pluto took, what, like 40 years to get there? You're not getting past Pluto. Play Plinko on The Price is Right. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You know, years ago, I went to a Las Vegas show that was basically a replica show of The Price is Right, where they did the whole game show, The Price is Right, only it was hosted by some other guy that I wasn't familiar with, and it was on a stage, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't televised. But they did a whole game of The Price is Right. You know, they called people out of the audience, and they called my brother up on stage, and he got up on stage, and he won the first round. He, like, won the price bidding game. He won that, and then he got to play this other game. It wasn't Plinko. I can't remember what it was, but he lost that one. I think he won like a cappuccino maker or something, because that's what he bid on. He bid on the cappuccino maker. Thanks for fixing the audio on the private show. I just finished watching it. Yeah, you know, it has to be re-uploaded for some reason, and that fixes it. But last night I was really tired and I forgot about it and fell asleep. I always try to stay up and do it. It just slipped my mind. So I did it this morning. So if you ever notice that, just leave a comment, like audio problem, and as soon as I see it, I'll fix it. It's just one extra thing to think about. I really need other people to do some behind the scenes shit, because it's all me and there's too much of it. I knew a guy who won the whole show. I watched a documentary about a guy who was so good at it because he was like a savant basically, and he studied like all the products on Price is Right and like the patterns of things. And he helped, he actually got banned from playing on The Price is Right. And then he got banned from being at The Price is Right because he helped someone pick the showcase. If you pick the exact dollar amount to the showcase, like to the dollar, you get both showcases. And he helped someone do that for the first time, possibly the only time ever. And I think it might be on Amazon Prime. At least that's where I watched it years ago. Where it's a documentary about the guy who was very smart. He was like a computer programmer, and he figured out he cracked the code on The Price is Right, And he ended up a contestant once and got pretty far, but didn't make it to the end. And then one time he helped this guy go all the way and then pick the exact dollar amount. Let's see. Guy banned from Price is Right. What was his name? His name was... There's even a YouTube video about it. The documentary, I think, is called Superhuman. Ted Slauson? Ted Slauson? Oh, yeah, there's even a... Here's a documentary about it right here. Let me switch scenes really quick here. Perfect Bid, the contestant who knew too much. Look up this one. This one's probably out there. This is probably the newest one. Ted Slauson, an elementary school mathematics teacher and super fan of The Price is Right. Because you know how, The Price is Right is one of the few shows where you can take advice from the crowd. You can pick someone in the crowd and just say whatever they say. Which is weird because you can't do that on like Jeopardy or anything like that, or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yeah, he destroyed that show. There was also a game show back in the day called Press Your Luck. And this one guy memorized the pattern of the light board that you would like play on. And he cracked the code on that show too and like won like this insane prize on it. I miss Regis. Yeah, Regis is gone. R.I.P. Reg. So just to announce this again, doing a Patreon private show, and it's open to all $1 patrons tonight. A Patreon mega private show open to all $1 and above patrons. If you're not already a patron at all, you can sign up for $1 and get this one-time offer for my private show tonight. You'll also get access to the fan chat during the streams for 1 month. How can you lose? I thought I'd do this. I mean, I've had this Patreon and this channel for a long time, like going on 5 years. It'll be like 5 years this summer. And it's my thank you to all of you. $1 private show tonight. I'll go live for, I'm going to be live for the private show, for in a little while. I'm going to do this stream and talk with everybody for a little while. I've got this bear. And you know what? One thing I'll clue you guys in on is like the more high I get and the more beer I drink, the twitchier my forehead gets. It's like a weird tick that normally I can control, but when I get high and drunk, I can't. If you lived in Seattle, you'd be my personal trainer. That'd be great. No, this is
Congratulations to the amazing Ben Solo for 1000 DP episodes.
Thank you.
Such dedication.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was in every one of them. I was the only person to be in every one of them. Like every, from 1 to 1000, every episode that was actually numbered like that. When I'm twitchy, yeah, I'm just a twitchy kind of person. You know what I'm saying? And I can usually hold it back, but it's you know. Oh yeah. Sorry, I just got distracted for 1 second. I'm back with y'all. Would I be a try a studio event with loads of your friends? Like, oh, first of all, honestly, those are my friends. Like Vosh, I just met him. Like, I'm friendly with him. I don't know if we're like, I mean, like, you know, it was cool hanging out with them. But most of the people on the show are my friends. I don't really have a lot of friends outside of the world you see. Probably because I didn't grow up here, and I spend most of my time here, so I don't meet a lot of new people, you know? If I go back to Ohio, I have a bunch of friends. You know, when I had my birthday this past May, a bunch of my friends came in. Friends and family. Cheers, cheers, cheers. This is, I think it's 12 Barrels out of Portland. This is their pub beer. It's like their lighter beer, but I got some other stuff too. Basically, I'll be drinking the leftover beer from episode 1000 and hanging out, watching cool videos. I got a lot of Dan the Poet Man that I'm going to watch on the private show, which is insane stuff. He'll melt all your brains by the time we're done watching it. Sign up, patreon.com/BenPie. It's different from the DP Patreon. Sign up for $1 and you can watch the private show tonight. It's $1. I don't even get to keep the whole dollar. I get a fraction of it. You know, like, because Patreon gets their cut and then PayPal will get their cut. I probably net like 60, 70 cents on the dollar. You know? Yeah, that's a lot of that's like something I didn't even think of before I got into this kind of business. Ooh, I should sell my refurbished beer. I should. Let's see here. You gonna eat some punchkis? Oh, you know what? I don't have any. I don't even know of a place that sells them here. I should look that up. My refurbished beer comes from my wand. I hear it's only a Toledo thing. Is it? No, I don't think so. I think Lenten Punchki, I don't think it's only a Toledo thing. It may be like a Midwest thing. I think they do it in Detroit, too. I think they do it in Chicago, maybe. But I don't know. I have no idea. Punchki in Polish just means donut, basically. It's just a donut. So they just eat them when they feel like eating donuts, not on Fat Tuesday. I always thought the whole concept of Lent was ridiculous, especially from a Catholic perspective. It's like, we're not eating meat, guys, but we're eating fish. It's like, fish is meat? I always thought that. Even as a kid, I was like, what? Like, who the fuck doesn't consider fish meat? What is it, a vegetable? So, and then, but here's the thing, though. They're giving up meat only on Fridays. They only give up meat on Fridays, and then they have fish instead. Okay? Seriously. They you're also supposed to give up something else for Lent. It's a weird thing because you're not fasting. It's such a lame, like half-assed fast for Lent. It's ridiculous. No, they give up eating meat on Fridays but eat fish instead, which is still meat. It's just not the meat, I guess, that they want, like steak or pork or chicken. I don't know. The weird Catholic hats are shaped like fish heads. Like, you mean like the Pope's hat? Yeah, the Fat Tuesdays. Yeah, people go wild there. I don't think I would like it, honestly. I'd prefer going to the French Quarter when it's more chill and not crazy like that. But yeah, that's why Mardi Gras and Carnival and all that shit exists, is because Fat Tuesday is the day where Catholics party it up and eat whatever they want before they have to give up every meat except for fish on Friday until Easter comes. It's so ridiculous. Until the bunny that lays eggs comes around. Yeah. You can only eat meat. You can only eat fish meat every Friday from Ash Wednesday all the way until not Thanksgiving, Easter. Wouldn't it be crazy if the bunny laid fish eggs, caviar? Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? It should be the Easter sturgeon. Because sturgeons are the type of fish that lay the like really expensive caviar. It should be the Easter sturgeon lays caviar eggs. That is bougie. I've only had caviar once, and I liked it. I'm adventurous with foods, but I'm like, it's being offered to me, and this shit is insanely expensive, so there must be something to it. I'll try it once. And it was good. I actually ate it served on potato chips. It was served on potato chips, and the saltiness of the chip kind of added to the flavor of the caviar. It was actually really good. It's not very filling, though. But you can't afford... Like, the people who can afford to fill up on caviar are insane. There's an issue there. You gave Putin some beluga? Yeah, that's another type of caviar. Beluga caviar, yeah.
From what I understand, the Catholic Church had stake in fisheries. So they made the followers believe it was okay to eat fish. All BS.
Maybe. I mean, the early Christian symbol was the fish, you know? Before it became the crucifix, the earliest Christian symbol was a very simple fish. Almost like an infinity fish, almost. Ash Wednesday sounds like a band name. Yeah, probably. Oh, were you making a joke? I have no idea, you know. Yeah, they had their stake in fisheries. There's a salmon hatchery in this town nearby called Issaquah, and you can go there during spawning season and see all the salmon like jumping out of the water, like trying to swim their way up up through into the water. It's pretty insane. It's crazy that they live out in the salt water. They're born in fresh water, and then they swim out through the brackish rivers out into the salt water. They live there, and then they come all the way back to the same place they were born. They reproduce and die. What a weird thing. It's like, it's so finely tuned. It's such a finely tuned part of nature. It's unbelievable. Ash Wednesday sounds like a cringy Christian alt-rock band who wants to in the kids. I'll tell you what, Ash Wednesday, I hated it. I fucking hated it. Because first of all, Wednesday is always a school day, so that means I had to go to school on Ash Wednesday. And I went to a Catholic school, and the whole Ash Wednesday thing is like, they burn palm leaves and mix in these other like weird sacramental oils. And then they do this weird ritual where they make a cross on your forehead with the burnt, gooey palm leaves that they put on your forehead. And it just looks like you have like some dirt on your forehead all day. I hated it. I would go to the bathroom and wipe it off immediately. Like, I didn't want it. It was awful. To have like a big splotch of dirt on your forehead is just awful. On Ash Wednesday, skim through the channels on TV. Like, you might see somebody like a news reporter or something with a fucking black dot. Or go like if you live in a very Catholic place, go out into public and you'll see a bunch of people with dirt on their foreheads walking around, acting like it's normal. They're going out in public with dirt on their foreheads. I hated it. I rubbed it off because it looked stupid. And the one time I remember they put it on me and some of it like dropped down and got like all over my nose. It's like, this is gross. Why do I want dirt on my head? Oh, dude. Yeah. If you go to cozy.tv on Wednesday and Nick Fuentes doesn't have ashes on his head, he's going to hell, man. He's not a devout Catholic. He better have that shit on his fucking forehead. I'll double check. He better have that shit on his forehead on Ash Wednesday. That's this Wednesday. He better hope Catboy cum doesn't wash off the ashes. Yeah, it's annoying. See, the Catholics have a whole bunch of saints, and every saint has a feast day. And you have to, we would celebrate all the ridiculous feast days of all these saints. And some of them probably didn't even really exist because they existed 1,500 years ago and shit. A lot of them might have just been legends, honestly. But we had to do it like there was a guy named Saint Blaise. You can look him up. Saint Blaise. And he was like the patron saint of the throat. So we would have to line up and have a priest do blessings to our throat. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah, Saint Blaise. Yeah, I just looked him up. Yep. Saint Blaise is spelled Blaise. When was he alive? He died in 316 AD. He was Turkish. It's weird. A lot of early saints and even popes were from the Middle East, before that became Muslim territory, it was very Christian. Let me see. Throat. Throat. Yes, yeah. He's the patron saint of sufferers from throat diseases and of woolcombers, and one of the 14 holy helpers. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what a holy helper is. I just knew the throat thing. They'd come in and like they had these two candles that were tied together by like some kind of ribbon or something, and they put it on our throats and like say a little prayer so that we didn't choke on anything or get throat cancer, I guess. Let's see. The local church made me hate Ash Wednesday. They always raided all the... Did they have dirt on their head when they raided the restaurant? Because that's how you know. Something weird going on. There was always... we'd always learn about... we'd always learn about the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is like a very important feast day for Mexican Catholics, because it's the feast of a man named Juan Diego, who ended up becoming Saint Diego because of this. Because if you're there when miracles happen, you become a saint. That's how you become a sainthood or a saint. Basically, they attribute these miracles to you. So San Diego, the city, San Diego, California, which used to be part of Mexico. That's where that's what it's named after. And it's just it's like they just tell the whole story, and it does not sound believable at all. It was like he had a vision of the Virgin Mary speaking to him, and he told people about it and no one believed him, and then all of a sudden he opened his cloak and there was an image of the Virgin Mary inside of his cloak that he was wearing, and that's the first miracle right there. Do you have a favorite TV show or movie? Oh, the problem is that there's too many that I like. A lot of them are old, too. A lot of them are like childhood movies and TV shows, 80s, 90s, or maybe early 2000s. I guess all around my favorite TV show, there's a lot of them. Like, if we talk about like old school TV, I like Star Trek: The Next Generation a lot, and Star Trek, a lot of the Star Trek from the 80s and 90s. I like that. But I also like sitcoms from that era. Like I like Frasier, I like Cheers, I like a lot of those kind of shows. Some of the funnier, more intelligent sitcoms of that era. Taxi was another one, too. But then later on, when TV became more like movies, I got into Breaking Bad. I was living in Albuquerque when they were filming Breaking Bad, so Breaking Bad was really cool to watch because I would see the places I would see on a regular basis were in the show all the time. So, I mean, the nature of TV changed a lot. I liked a lot of the animated stuff. I was big into The Simpsons. I mean, here's a weird thing. Bart Simpson is in the 4th grade. All right? The show's been on for a very long time. He's in the 4th grade. I was in the 4th grade in the first season of The Simpsons. I was in the 4th grade when I watched the first season, when it originally aired. So, Bart should be 40 years old. Bart Simpson should be 40 years old. If the Simpsons characters aged at a normal pace. All right, on to movies. God, there's too many of them. A lot of sci-fi. I like the first 3 Star Wars movies a lot. I like some of the Star Trek movies a lot. Oh God. I like a lot of comedy. I like all the Mel Brooks movies, pretty much all of them. You know, questions like this, I feel like I need, like, on the spot, it's really hard to answer. Like, I would feel more comfortable answering this if I sat down for an hour or two and made a list. Okay. So just a reminder, guys, I'm doing, Blade Runner. I liked Tron a lot when I was younger, too. God, what else? The Last Starfighter. That's another one I like a lot. The Crying Game. I've seen it before, but it's not one of my favorite movies. You know, the the person that plays the transgender person in The Crying Game played the character of Ra in Stargate, the Stargate movie. Kind of a weird little tidbit there. I think those are the only 2 movies I can think of him being in. I believe they were. I think they identified man, but they were very feminine looking. So, yeah, Kurt Russell is so badass in that in that Stargate movie. I liked it a lot. I'm sorry to say I'm not a big fan of Rick and Morty. Like, I watched it a couple times. It's okay. Like, just not my thing. I think I'm too old to get it. Maybe it's my problem. Maybe I'm the one with the problem. That's why I don't get it. So just to remind everyone, I'm doing a Patreon private show tonight. I'm going to do it until I can't make it anymore. You know, like I'm going to do it until it's over. I'm going to do it till it's over, you know? So if you're not already a patron, you can sign up. I'm doing it for all $1 patrons tonight. You can just pledge $1 to me on Patreon. And you can get this show. I normally do it for $5, but this one time, the first time ever, probably the last time ever, $1 to get this show where I got a bunch of videos. I'm going to watch this crazy guy here. I'll give you a little taste of.
Ladies and gentlemen, comedian, entertainer, Daniel Songer. Daniel Songer back here with a condom smile.
Okay. All right. I'm just leaving it there. I'm just leaving it right there. So I'm going to watch some of this guy's videos. They seem like something. You know? Oh, someone just mentioned South Park. I like South Park a lot. I still watch South Park. That's probably the only reason I pay for HBO is to watch South Park. Yeah, so sign up. $1 or more. Patreon.com/BenPie. I'll be going and going and going. You know how things go. And then I'll figure out some other stuff. Patreon.com/BenPie for $1. You can sign up. It's only $1. Come on, guys. That's worth less. That's a Russian ruble is now worth less than 1 penny. Integrity. Do you guys know that a Russian ruble is worth less than 1 penny now? I think even at its highest, it was only like 4 or 5 cents in recent history. 120 rubles. Yeah, they really fucked up. Like, Putin's fucked up the economy of his country. He doesn't care, though, because he's so rich. He's got money in all kinds of currencies. He probably keeps most of his money in other types of currency. Probably think that was probably his move. But then the Swiss sanctioned him, so he probably doesn't like that. He probably has a lot of money in Switzerland, thinking they would never sanction him. Good thing Papa Putin owns the red light district in Amsterdam, does he? Does he own like the buildings down there or something? I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out. It's basically the girls that work in those buildings just like rent out those windows. So he's like the biggest pimp there. Yeah, like you could own the building and then there's like hired security that work at those buildings and yeah, so yeah. That area is so weird and sketchy. It's very sketchy. All right. I'll do this for a little more time and then we'll go over there. Let me see. Look at this guy though. Condom smile. God, a fucking condom smile. So let's see. Oh yeah. So far, 3 new $1 patrons. That is amazing. So many of you have signed up. So many of you have signed up. I'll tell you what. I would like to sincerely thank you. Condom smile. Yeah, I did. You know what? In a few of his videos, he wears a Speedo. Give Billy the Fridge a mayonnaise foot massage on the next DP episode, please. There's going to have to be a price tag on that because that'll be on the internet forever. Do you think space travel will be possible for humanity's future? Well, I mean, we already have space travel, but So, do you mean like interstellar travel? No. I don't think there will be interstellar travel. Will there be like travel between the planets? I mean, there's only so many planets that we could even like build like a livable habitat on. But yeah, I mean, we'll probably go to Mars. And Mars is probably the only realistic planet that we'll go to. Because the other planets aren't, like, they're like, what, gas giants? We can't even, they're very cold and there's nothing to land on. So, and then there's nothing else, really, except for giant asteroids and shit. Interstellar travel, I don't think so. It's, like, we would need to move faster to do it, and we don't know, like, the amount of speeds we would need to make that practical, we don't even know if people could survive them. I don't know. I would need someone way smarter than me to explain to me how they think that could even be possible. Yeah, the pressure. I could see us going to Mars because it's not too far away and it's further away from the sun rather than closer. And it has like a surface that can land on. It's a very inhospitable environment, but, you know, we have probes down there. It looks like they could probably build like a livable habitat. Interstellar travel through quantum computing. So what? Are we transporting people? Or are we bending space and time? Do we need to go to Arrakis and mine the spice so we can bend space time? Everything is possible. I mean, you can think everything is possible and just think we haven't figured it out yet, but humankind's existence on this earth is finite. Like, so it's a race against time. Is it possible that gravity will just stop and we'll just shoot into the sky and into space? What would it take for that to happen? What about manipulating the past and future through gravitational wave? I don't know. I don't know anything about any of that. I'm not going to pretend like, oh, yeah, I think that's possible. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't even understand. I don't even fully understand those terms or their meaning. So... Ooh, I got a, someone signed up for a whole year at $1, which is really cool. It's only $11.04 if you sign up for a whole year at $1. That's cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't even speak to like, I took, you know, basic biology. Did I take any other science classes in high school? I took no, that's it. I took biology, And that was the only, I think I took like 2 years of it or something. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I did not take any advanced science classes, so I don't even understand. Like, I never took physics, you know, anything like that. So I will not pretend to understand science beyond like a very basic understanding. And I was dog shit at math, too. Like, I got to a point in high school where I only had to take math my first 3 years of high school, and I didn't have to take it for my senior year. And I was like, damn, this is great. I don't have a math class. Because math, to me, I'm not good at it, and it was like the most tedious, boring shit. It just did not... I'm just not good at it. Asking if gravity will stop is asking if light will stop being light. Or stop being bright. Okay, cool. So light won't stop being bright, therefore we'll never just shoot off the earth into the sun. Or into the sky. Great. Any opinion on the rogues gallery of loons running for Republican nomination for Senate in your state? You know, I haven't even looked into it yet. Locally, I don't know who's running for Senate in the midterms in Washington. If it's... I mean, Republicans wouldn't normally win because most of the population is Western Washington. And, you know, it's very Democrat here. So normally we have Democrats as senators here. Math and music are heavily related. Yeah, but I judged music the way I heard it, not... I wouldn't, like, sit down and write an equation. Like, you know... Yeah, in Washington now, Zonster. Yeah, I don't live in Ohio. I honestly, I haven't been to Ohio in years. And I've lived here for almost 6 years now. Okay, people are trying to teach me science in the chat, and I appreciate it, but I've been drinking and smoking weed. So... And I'm dumb. I'm also stupid. So, just a reminder, it's my... So, if you want to see the private show tonight, it's only $1. Only $1. We're doing it for only $1. I'm going to stream till I can't stream no mo. $1 down below, patreon.com/BenPie. It's that one, not the DP one. Use that one. $1. A few people signed up for a year at $11. Yeah. Tonight and tonight only, $1 gets you into my private show where I'm by myself and I'm going to watch a lot of interesting stuff and drink beers and do the kind of stuff I do. I think that's fun, right? You're not dumb. You only invented the dopest podcast on you. Oh, damn. Why, thank you. A lot of that is luck. There's some creativity in there. A lot of it's like things just happen. But right now I'm down a few IQ points. Oh, damn. Give me just a moment. I have to walk across the room. I I opened a cooler and took a beer out and slammed the door shut, and it triggered my dogs upstairs, and they freaked out because they thought someone was like knocking on the door. Oh God, it's a Kolsch, and it's done by a place called Hales Ales here in Seattle. And these cans are just generic cans with like sticker labels on them. They're not even printed onto the can. They're just like generic aluminum cans, and they just put sticker labels on them. And actually, this beer is made by a place in Seattle that puts on. They have wrestling events at their brewery, and Scott wrestles at them. Scott Henson wrestles at them every few months. Anyone here ever heard of the band Mushroom Head before? You ever heard of a band called Mushroom Head? I used to listen to them when I was in high school and like early 2000s. And they were from Cleveland. And I just recently started listening to them again. And they were basically Slipknot before Slipknot came out. Like, they came out in 93. And they were the first band to wear the crazy masks and have, like, 9 members in their band. They even had like a similar style of music. That kind of shit. Yeah, I used to listen to Ween also. Have you ever... okay, so you love Slipknot. Are you familiar with Mushroom Head? I didn't. So, like, Mushroom Head was all male performers when I was a kid, and then I watched some of their recent stuff, and now they have a woman that they have like 4 singers in their band. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a ton of people in their band. It's ridiculous, but one of them's a woman now, and she sings like the more like smooth parts of the song, and then there's like the screamer guys in the band. And their masks have evolved like crazy. Oh, God. So, how's it going, everybody? Please like the stream. I'm having such a good time hanging out here, but I have to do a private stream eventually. Yeah, I hadn't listened to Mushroom. Like, Mushroom Head was a huge band in Ohio when I was younger, and then I just, like, started listening to them again. Just out of nowhere. You looked up mushroom head. I think it's all one word. Mushroom head, like, it's all one word, I think. If it's because I mentioned mushroom head, that only means that, like, YouTube's AI picked it up. Hello. Oh my God. New metal-ish. Yeah, they were definitely, I mean, they've kind of evolved over the years, but when new metal was really big, they were definitely new metal. And it's kind of, they're almost industrial too. Lamb of God. Lamb of Gourd. You joined the Patreon? Thank you so much. So I'm going to do, for $1, people. $1 single. I do the private show until I pass out or die. Whichever comes first. Yeah. Ugh. I bought an $11 salad. Man, everything's getting more expensive, so an $11 salad is kind of sounding normal, right? There's this pho place that has been, like, legendary here. Oh, I see so many more of you guys that signed up. Thank you so much. There's this pho restaurant in Seattle that's like the original pho in the Seattle area, and it's so good. I'm kind of addicted to it. It's in the Chinatown area of Seattle. And I'm just... It's not too far away. It's kind of worth it. Like, every time I go, I'm like, oh, that was worth, like, the 10 to 15 minute drive. And it's all in the broth. I've learned that. It's like, if the broth is good, they can throw pretty much anything in it and make it unbelievable. So this was their original restaurant, this Red Boat looking restaurant. This was the first pho restaurant in Seattle. And they upgraded to a new, like, this place is not being used anymore. It's kind of small. They've upgraded to let's see. Let me see here. Where did it go? Shit. Hold on. There. Yeah, right there. So they upgraded to that building, which looks really cool. It's like really nice on the inside, and the food is insanely good. I don't know how many of you guys are pho fans. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's really nice. You have fucking in in Portland. I might have eaten there before, actually. Here we have What the Pho. It's like similar names. Fucking. That's such a funny name. Damn it! Why does that food have to start with pho? I see Forever. There's a bunch of them. There's so many like I'm being cute names, and then a few of them just went all in and just decided to put the word fuck in their name of their restaurant. That's a bold choice. I support it. Let's see. Favorite Beatles album. Oh God. Probably let me see. Probably because it's kind of like early, but not like the very beginning. Revolver. I like Revolver, and that's like kind of in the middle of their discography, right? It was kind of like they're moving out of the 1950s style rhythm and blues kind of music into like they're slowly dipping their toes back into like the hippie shit, right? Helter Skelter is a badass song. Too bad it inspired Charles Manson. It is a good song, though. God. The White Album. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. Holy shit. The CG remastered version of Star Trek. I've never seen it. I don't think I've seen it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Paul McCartney's performing in Seattle sometime this year. I saw a commercial for it. I was like, what the fuck? He's so old. I don't think he knows any other way of life, so he'll probably just do it, you know? He'll probably do it till he drops. Mick Jagger's the same way. Guy's insanely old. I actually saw, yes, I did see that Beatles documentary that Peter Jackson put out there. I think it's on Disney Plus. Yeah, I watched that. It's a lot of behind the scenes shit. They're writing music and rehearsing, and it's interesting. It's very high quality, too. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's interesting because Yoko Ono just sits there and does nothing the whole time, just like gets in the way. Like, why is she even here? She's like sitting up there. She's the only one like sitting like literally like. There's people around them, but they're all together in a tight group working together, and then there's Yoko Ono like sitting right there. Like, why is she there? She didn't even look interested, too. She was like reading a magazine and shit. I don't know. Okay. We got like 4 minutes. And then we got to do the private show. Favorite UFC fighter. God, UFC's been around for so long. Like I like a lot of the older ones, like Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn and Hoist Gracie. And then there was like the next era. It was like Chuck Liddell and those guys. I don't know if I can name one because there's too many of them. And then there's all the good ones today. And I thought I saw Conor McGregor. I thought I saw that Conor McGregor got like big all of a sudden. Didn't he gain a bunch of muscle weight? I could have swore there were some pictures of him out there where he's all crazy big now. His last match, he broke his leg and looked really bad at the end of it. He broke his leg throwing a kick at someone else. He broke his own leg. Did I enjoy using COBOL back in my college days? I was all right. Like, I learned programming as a prerequisite course for a degree I was working towards, like an IT degree / certification. And there was like some basic programming courses that I took. I also took, like, I started with basic. We learned basic first, and then I did C++, and then I did COBOL. I think it was in that order. I don't know. You've got tons of vinyl. Man, in Seattle, there's so many good record stores. It's unbelievable. There's a place called Easy Street Records, which is also a restaurant and also a concert venue, and it's got a lot of cool stuff. There's all these used record stores around here. I just started up a vinyl collection, but it's expensive, so I only buy one every few months. So 180, does that make him like a welterweight? Is 180 like welterweight in UFC? Oh, he's not fighting at 180? Oh, okay. Oh. So, when this stream ends, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and you guys find the link. It's posted there now. Let me make sure of something. All right. I always wonder where the names of the weight classes came from. What the fuck is a welter? I know what a welder is, but what is a welter? And like a cruiser, you'd think would be really heavy, but a heavyweight is heavier than a cruiser weight. So a cruiser is small. What's a cruiser? It's not like a battle cruiser. Those are huge. Those weigh a lot. They'll leave a welt. Yeah, it's like, what? There's middleweight. But it isn't quite in the middle, is it? Who came up with these names? Yeah, welterweights, you're a welter. You deal out the welts. Welterweight's 170 and middleweight's 185. See, middleweight isn't in the middle. It's called middleweight, but it's closer towards the upper side of it. I don't know, man. Because there's also like flyweight. All right, I got the list now. It's straw weight. I guess that makes sense because straw is very light. Flyweight. Flies are quite light, but which one is lighter, a piece of straw or a fly in reality? Can we measure a piece of straw and a fly and see which is heavier? Then there's bantam weight. What is a bantam? I don't even know what that is. Does someone know what a bantam is? Did they mean phantom weight? Because phantoms are ethereal, therefore they don't weigh much. And then there's featherweight. Featherweight. Someone says a bantam rooster. Well, wouldn't a rooster weigh more than a feather? Why is a featherweight heavier than a bantam? But hold on, a whole chicken is heavier than a fucking feather. Chickens are covered in feathers and they have like bones and muscles and shit. So why would... Okay, anyway. Next is lightweight. Actually, lightweight is the actual middleweight, by the way. They should call lightweight middleweight because it's actually in the middle. But for some reason, it's not. Okay, a bantam is a small chicken, but why is a bantam heavier or lighter than a feather? An entire bird covered in feathers. Anyway. Yeah. There's lightweight, then there's welterweight. We already went over that. Middleweight, which is the third heaviest weight, by the way. Then light heavyweight, and then heavyweight is insane. It's 60 pounds heavier than light heavyweight. A pound of feathers and a pound of straw. 20 pounds of feathers. That's why we call it that. Middleweight. Why is... Come on. They couldn't put middleweight... They couldn't call lightweight middleweight and then given middleweight another nonsense name. Like the 185 weight class. Make up another dumb word for that one. Actually, there is no cruiserweight, so put cruiserweight there. They use cruiserweight in boxing. Make lightweight middleweight at 155 pounds and then make cruiserweight 185. Come on, man. Why do I need to figure this out for you? Dana White. No. Mike Tyson. No. The weight classes in pro boxing at the time Mike Tyson was fighting were not the. Mike Tyson was like barely over 200 pounds. He was like maybe. Well, I don't know. What was Mike Tyson's like top weight when he was in his prime? He was like over 200. He's not tall, so he 220. Okay, 220. Yeah, that's UFC weight classes. The pro boxing weight classes are totally different. And by the way, there's not one single governing body in boxing. So each, boxing league, for lack of a better term, has their own weight classes and rules and everything. There's something I forgot. Before Tyson Fury became the big guy, like the world heavyweight champion, there was Vitaly Klitschko, who had been the world heavyweight champion in, I don't remember, like WBC or something like that, one of those. And he had been it for 10 years and lost in a split decision to Tyson Fury after being undefeated. Well, I don't know if his whole career was undefeated, but he had held the championship and defended it for 10 years without losing. And now that guy is the mayor of Kyiv, Ukraine. And I had remembered he got into politics, but I didn't realize he was like the mayor of the big city there. That's insane. That dude's an insanely crazy giant. Him and his brother. The two Klitschko guys are insanely scary. Like big guys. Everyone's saying both of them fighting in Ukraine. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they do. The one is married to the blonde actress. What is it? Hayden. I can't say her last name. You know what I'm talking about, right? The one Klitschko, he at least used to be married to, it was Vladimir Klitschko. He was married to the blonde actress, Hayden Panettiere. I don't know. I don't remember how to say her name. You know who I'm talking about, though, right? All right. We're doing this now. Join the Patreon. $1 gets you in tonight. It's a special $1 Patreon private show. So that's what we're doing. So here we go. We're doing it. For those of you who hung out with me, thank you. And check out the Patreon. Good night.